Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Yesterday, Manchester United drew 1-1 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Casemiro rescues a point for Manchester United. Casemiro scored an injury time header. It was Casemiro's first goal for the club, and it meant a lot to him, you could tell by his celebration. Casemiro has made an impact since he come to Manchester United. Manchester United got Casemiro from Real Madrid in a deal worth 70 million. Chelsea's goal came from Jorginho. He scored a penalty. Chelsea got the penalty because Scott McTominay brought down Armando Broja when the corner was played in. I thought Manchester United dominated the vast majority of the game, so we did deserve at least a point. We squandered chances. Marcus Rashford, he had some good opportunities in the game. Rashford also had chances in the 2-0 win against Tottenham. Rashford, he's enjoying a good season to his standards. He just needs to be more clinical. Anthony, he had a good chance in the game that produced a good save from Kepa Arrizabalaga. Anthony's done well in a lot of games since he come to Man United. Anthony was unlucky not to score against Tottenham because he had one chance where he hit the inside of the post. Anthony so far has scored 3 goals as a United player. Luke Shaw, he had a chance in the game yesterday, but it went way wide. I think Luke Shaw's improved in the last few games. As you all know, Raphael Varane went off in tears because Varane picked up an injury. Varane just come back from injury not so long ago because he was injured earlier on this season, and obviously Man United had to play Lindelof in a few games ahead of Raphael Varane. Obviously, Ronaldo played no part yesterday. Prior to the game, it said Ronaldo was going to be dropped from the Man United squad for Chelsea. Ronaldo, don't forget, stormed down the tunnel before full time in Man United's 2-0 win against Tottenham, and after that Erik ten Hag did say that he would deal with Ronaldo. Prior to the Chelsea game, Ronaldo did return to training following his apology. Man United look far superior without Ronaldo in the team. Man United consider releasing Cristiano Ronaldo on a free transfer after his Tottenham tantrum. His contract at the club expires next year. There's an option of an additional year. Man United are unbeaten now in the last, 7 against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Like I said, over the years, we haven't had the best of records at Stamford Bridge. At one point, Man United went like 9 years without winning there. Last season, Manchester United drew with Chelsea 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. It was also 1-1 at Old Trafford. But Man United will be much more happy with the point than Chelsea. It'll feel like a loss to Chelsea. It looked as though Chelsea were going to hang on and win the game. Chelsea did have some players missing yesterday. Obviously, there was missing N'Golo Kante. He's a key player for Chelsea. N'Golo Kante has won the Premier League at Chelsea. He also won it when he was at Leicester. Chelsea got Kante from Leicester for around 32 million. There was missing Reece James, and he's a very good young right back. And Wesley Fofana was out. Chelsea signed him from Leicester this year. Like I've said, Chelsea have done very good transfer business with Leicester. They got likes of Fofana off them, Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante, got Danny Drinkwater off them before. So there you go. Let me put into the equation that Chelsea have obviously lost a lot of players. They lost Batshuayi. They lost Billy Gilmore. They loaned Callum Hudson-Odoi out to Bayer Leverkusen. They let Timo Werner go. I think Timo Werner went back to RB Leipzig, but Timo Werner was very poor when he was at Chelsea. He didn't do as well as a lot of Chelsea fans expected. Don't forget they let Lukaku go. Lukaku endured 2 spells with Chelsea. Was it around 3 or 4 years ago now? Chelsea let Eden Hazard go, and I thought they made a bad mistake getting rid of him because he was very good for Chelsea. He was a long-serving player at Chelsea. He endured around 7 years or so with them. Obviously from Chelsea he went to Real Madrid. So they are players Chelsea have lost. Obviously Chelsea's manager is Graham Potter. And he admitted after the game yesterday that a lot of work needs to be done. Graham Potter's only been the Chelsea manager for over a month now, is it? He got appointed in as the Chelsea manager last month. Graham Potter is under contract with Chelsea until 2027. Because when he got officially appointed in as Chelsea manager, he signed a 5-year contract. Graham Potter left Brighton earlier on this year. I thought Graham Potter was very good when he was at Brighton, and there'd have been a lot of Brighton fans that would have been disappointed when he, resigned. And before Graham Potter's managed Swansea and Ostersunds. Before Graham Potter, Chelsea had Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea sacked him. But I thought Thomas Tuchel was a good manager because he won the Champions League when he was at Chelsea. And he also got Chelsea to quite a few finals. Before Tuchel, Chelsea had Frank Lampard. Of course, Chelsea sacked him because he wasn't good enough. Even though Frank Lampard is a Chelsea legend. Lampard is obviously now the Everton manager. Before Frank Lampard, Chelsea had Maurizio Sarri. He only endured 1 season with Chelsea. In that season, he won the Europa League as Chelsea manager, and he got Chelsea to the EFL Cup final. At that time, there was Chelsea fans saying he needed to be given a bit more time, and obviously at the time as well, there was a lot of Chelsea fans demanding him out. Before Chelsea had Antonio Conte, he won the Premier League in his first season as Chelsea manager, and I think he won the FA Cup, if I can remember rightly. But Chelsea still ended up sacking him. Conte's a good manager. He's obviously now manager of Tottenham and he's doing pretty good there. Before, Chelsea had Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho endured 2 spells with Chelsea. He did well in his first spell because he won back-to-back Premier League titles, but weren't that good in his second spell. Chelsea sacked him. At one point, they had Di Matteo, sacked him. They had Gus Higgins before, sacked him. They had Rafa Benitez, his interim manager, wasn't good enough. Years ago, they had Scarara. Before, they had Avram Grant, and they sacked them both. They had Villas Boas years ago. At one point, they had Carlo Ancelotti. And when Carlo Ancelotti was the Chelsea manager, he won the double in his first season. So yeah, Chelsea have sacked a lot of managers over the years. Chelsea's owner is Todd Bowley. He's an American billionaire. Before him, Chelsea's owner was Roman Abramovich, and he's a billionaire. And as you all know, Manchester United have done transfer business with Chelsea before, because revert back to 2014, Man United got Juan Mata from Chelsea. Juan Mata endured around 8 years at Man United. He left on a free transfer earlier on this year, and back in 2017, Man United got Matic from Chelsea. Got him in a deal worth 40 million. Matic was at Man United for around 5 years or so. We let him go on a free transfer to Roma earlier on this year. Erik Ten Hag, by the way, praises players' spirit after the 1-1 draw with Chelsea. Manchester United's next game is FC Sheriff in the Europa League. Erik Ten Hag, I think he's doing a good job at Manchester United. There's been quite a lot of games this season where I like the way he's approached them. Maybe there's been some games where he has got some decisions wrong. Like I've said, Ten Hag does need time at Man United. This is his first full season as Man United manager. And Ten Hag knew when he first taken over the reins at Man United that, he had big expectations to exceed. If Ten Hag can get Man United a top 4 finish this season and win a trophy, I'd say that would be a fantastic first full season. Man United have not won a domestic trophy since 2017. That's over 5 years ago now. Erik Ten Hag obviously replaced Rangnick earlier on this year. He's under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of an additional year. Ten Hag should see out his contract at the club. Earlier on this year, Ten Hag revealed his transfer plans for January. He said Man United will continue to hold meetings over strengthening the squad. Said Ten Hag will get a transfer budget of around 70 million. The January transfer window will be Ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. Ten Hag so far has made 6 signings as Man United manager. He brought Malacia in, Eriksson, Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Man United have spent over 200 million this year. Ten Hag has also got rid of players as well, but despite that he's still inheriting Deadwood. We've seen a lot of players leave Man United this year. We saw Telles go out on loan to Sevilla, Eric Bailly went out on loan to Marseille, Dean Henderson went out on loan to Nottingham Forest, Lee Grant left earlier on this year, Matic and Fred both left on... Matic and Pogba, both left on free transfers. Lingard left on a free transfer. Juan Mata left on a free. Cavani left on a free. Man United sold Andres Pereira. We sold Who else did we sell now? Yeah, we sold Andres Pereira. We sold James Garner to Everton, just remembered. We loaned Ahmad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland. We loaned Hannibal Meejbra out to Birmingham. We loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR. So yeah, they are a lot of the players that have left the club this year. And like I've said, more players will be leaving Manchester United next year. But revert back to Erik ten Hag. Of course, he recommended Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren in. They've been working alongside Erik ten Hag. Of course, we've still got the Glazers at Manchester United. For a long time, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. They've been a massive problem at the club for so many years now. They've owned the club since 2005. The other week, like I updated you, he said the Glazers had set a price to consider selling the club and it was 9 billion. Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out and said that the Glazers don't want to sell Man United, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe did admit that he would have bought Man United this summer if the club had been up for sale. Also at Man United, you've got Benny McCarthy, John Murtaugh, who's our Director of Football, Richard Arnold, he's our CEO. And earlier on this year, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Man United in an advisory role. Obviously, 5 managers have left Man United since Ferguson. Of course, we had David Moyes after Ferguson. We sacked him after 10 months. After that, we had Louis van Gaal. He did do well at the first, Van Gaal, and obviously it all went downhill. We did win the FA Cup under Van Gaal, by the way. After Van Gaal, Man United had Jose Mourinho. He did enjoy one good season at the club because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But he weren't good in his second season, so we sacked him. After Mourinho, Man United had Solskjaer. We sacked him after almost 3 years in charge. He got sacked in November last year. But we still love Solskjaer because he's a legend of the club. And after that, we had Rangnick, and he left Man United earlier on this year. He was Man United's interim manager for around 5 months. So there you go. So anyway guys, on my next video, I'll be giving you my player ratings from the 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.